All the days of the afflicted one are bad, but the one with a cheerful heart has a continual feast. Proverbs 15:15. That proverb is not a verdict of hopelessness, it is an invitation. Jehovah tells us that joy is possible even in storm season. Our privilege is to help turn those bad days into a banquet of encouragement. Feel what our brothers feel. Before we speak, we enter their valley. Listen without correcting, just as James 1:19 counsels, be swift about hearing. Imagine Job's friends before they spoke, silently sitting beside him for 7 days. We too give suffering ones permission to sigh, cry, or simply sit in silence. Inside that respectful quiet, their heart begins to breathe again. Offer hospitality from the heart. Hospitality is not a performance, it is love in action. Solomon wrote, better is a dish of vegetables where there is love than a fattened bull where there is hatred. Proverbs 15:17. A simple bowl of soup shared at a kitchen table can carry more comfort than a feast served in tension. Job set the pattern. The stranger did not lodge in the street. I opened my door to the traveler. Paul echoed that spirit. Follow the course of hospitality. So invite the sister who just lost her job for a humble meal. Pack a sandwich and thermos for the pioneer fighting chronic pain. Hospitality tells them, you are not alone, you are family. Speak timely, healing words. Solomon continues, a man rejoices in giving the right answer, and a word spoken at the right time. How good it is. Proverbs 15:23. Many feel they are not particularly communicative, yet encouragement rarely requires eloquence. A warm smile at the Kingdom Hall entrance, a sincere, how are you really doing after the meeting, or a brief text quoting Psalm 46:1 can steady a trembling heart. Remember, bright eyes make the heart rejoice. A good report invigorates the bones. In this week's information, we find the experience of Henri, a young brother, felt crushed when close relatives, including his father, a respected elder, abandoned the truth. A circuit overseer simply invited him for coffee. No lecture, just listening. That quiet cafe became holy ground. Reading together Psalm 46, Zephaniah 3:17, Mark 10:29-30. Henri realized that his loyalty might pave the way for his family's return. That single hour of empathetic listening and scriptural reassurance kept a young man from spiritual collapse. Helping others should not empty us. Keep a balanced routine of personal study and rest so your eyes stay bright. The continual feast promise at Proverbs 15:15 is for both the giver and the receiver. As we refresh others, Jehovah refreshes us. Proverbs 11:25. Your smile may be their sunrise picture, a traveler trudging through rain. Suddenly a window opens and warm light spills onto the road. That window is you. A cheerful heart is contagious. By offering a humble meal, a listening ear, and a verse spoken at the perfect moment, we partner with Jehovah in turning bad days into banquets. May each of us resolve, I will be bright eyes to rejoice a tired heart. I will be a good report to invigorate weary bones. I will help others have a cheerful heart. About medical treatment. The Bible principle in Proverbs 15:22 highlights the value of seeking advice before making important decisions, such as those related to medical treatment. When health is at stake, consulting multiple doctors can help us better understand our options, avoid rash decisions, and choose the most suitable course of action. Applying this principle does not show a lack of trust, but rather wisdom and humility, recognizing that others may offer valuable insight. Especially in serious or complicated cases, getting a second or third medical opinion can help ensure our decisions are well informed and in harmony with Jehovah's principles. Next question. What spiritual gems from this week's Bible reading would you like to share? Proverbs 15:1. A mild answer turns away rage, but a harsh word stirs up anger. This verse highlights the power of gentle speech in diffusing tension. In our daily lives, especially during ministry or family discussions, responding calmly can prevent conflicts and foster understanding. By choosing our words carefully, we reflect Jehovah's wisdom and promote peace. Proverbs 15:3. The eyes of Jehovah are everywhere, watching both the bad and the good. This reminds us that Jehovah is always aware of our actions. Recognizing His constant observation encourages us to act righteously, knowing that our deeds are seen and valued by Him. It instills a sense of accountability and motivates us to maintain integrity. Proverbs 15:8. The sacrifice of the wicked is detestable to Jehovah, but the prayer of the upright is a pleasure to Him. This highlights that Jehovah values sincere worship over mere rituals. Our heartfelt prayers and righteous actions are what truly please Him. It's a reminder to cultivate a genuine relationship with God, rooted in sincerity and obedience. Proverbs 15:13. A joyful heart makes the face cheerful, but heartache crushes the spirit. This teaches that our inner emotions reflect outwardly. Cultivating joy through spiritual activities can uplift our spirits and positively influence those around us. A cheerful demeanor can serve as a testimony to our faith and trust in Jehovah. Proverbs 15:16. Better is a little with the fear of Jehovah than great wealth with turmoil. This emphasizes the value of spiritual contentment over material abundance. Prioritizing our relationship with Jehovah brings true peace and satisfaction. It's a call to focus on spiritual riches rather than worldly possessions. Proverbs 15:17. Better is a dish of vegetables where there is love than a fattened bull where there is hatred. This illustrates that love and harmony in relationships are more fulfilling than luxurious possessions accompanied by strife. It encourages us to foster loving environments, valuing relationships over material wealth. Proverbs 15:22. Plans fail when there is no consultation, but there is accomplishment through many advisors. This advises us to seek counsel and collaborate with others. In ministry and personal decisions, consulting experienced individuals leads to better outcomes. It underscores the importance of humility and collective wisdom. Proverbs 15:23. A man rejoices in giving the right answer, and a word spoken at the right time. How good it is! This shows the importance of timely and appropriate speech. Offering encouraging words at the right moment can uplift others and strengthen bonds. It reminds us to be attentive and considerate in our conversations. Proverbs 15:29. Jehovah is far from the wicked, but He hears the prayer of the righteous. This assures us that Jehovah listens to those who strive to live righteously. Maintaining a close relationship with Him ensures our prayers are heard. It's an encouragement to pursue righteousness and maintain open communication with God. Proverbs 15:33. The fear of Jehovah is a training in wisdom, and humility comes before glory. This teaches that reverence for Jehovah leads to wisdom, and humility is essential before receiving honor. Embracing these qualities aligns us with Jehovah's principles and prepares us for His blessings. It's a call to cultivate. Paul and his companions have strong confidence because they trust in Jehovah's promise that Paul would bear witness in Rome and stand before Caesar. This assurance was not based on superstition or human symbols like the figurehead of Castor and Pollux, but on Jehovah's direct guidance and purpose. Unlike the crew who may have relied on pagan gods for protection, Paul, Luke, and Aristarchus placed their full trust in the one who controls all things. Their confidence came from knowing that Jehovah had already revealed the outcome, giving them peace and courage despite their difficult circumstances. 2 and 3. What route does Paul's ship take, and what support has Paul enjoyed from the start? Paul's ship sails from Syracuse to Rhegium and then, helped by a favorable south wind, continues swiftly to the port of Puteoli near modern-day Naples. This efficient and well-timed route brings Paul closer to his destination in Rome, fulfilling Jehovah's purpose. From the beginning of his journey, Paul has enjoyed the support of the God of all comfort. Despite being a prisoner, he is never alone. Jehovah's presence and backing sustain him throughout. This steady divine support strengthens Paul's resolve and allows him to maintain his missionary zeal, showing that Jehovah equips his servants to endure and fulfill their assignments even under trial. 4 and 5. Part A. What hospitality did Paul and his companions receive at Puteoli, and why may he have been granted so much liberty? At Puteoli, Paul and his companions were warmly welcomed by fellow believers who urged them to stay for 7 days, a clear demonstration of Christian hospitality. This kindness likely resulted in mutual encouragement, as Paul no doubt strengthened the faith of those brothers. The liberty granted to Paul, even as a prisoner, may reflect the trust he had earned from his Roman guards, possibly due to his consistent honesty and respectful conduct. 4 and 5. Part B. Even when in prison, how may Christians benefit from their good conduct? Similarly, Christians today may benefit from good conduct even under harsh conditions, such as imprisonment. As seen in the example from Romania, genuine changes rooted in Bible principles can be so evident that even secular authorities take notice and respond with confidence or favor. Above all, such conduct brings glory to Jehovah, as 1 Peter 2:12 reminds us, proving that a faithful life can powerfully witness to the truth even behind prison walls. 6 and 7. How did the Roman brothers show extraordinary love? The brothers in Rome showed extraordinary love by making great personal effort to meet and support Paul, even before he reached the city. Some traveled a long distance, up to 40 miles, 60 kilometers to the unpleasant marketplace of Appius, while others waited at 3 taverns, a rest stop, still 30 miles, 50 kilometers from Rome. Their willingness to endure discomfort and travel far just to welcome and encourage Paul reflects deep brotherly affection and unity. Rather than thinking only of their own convenience, these brothers prioritized strengthening a fellow servant who had suffered much. Their actions remind us that true Christian love moves us to offer support, even when it requires sacrifice, especially to those enduring trials in Jehovah's service. 8. Why did Paul thank God on catching sight of his brothers? Paul thanked God on catching sight of his brothers because their loving presence deeply touched and strengthened him. After a long and difficult journey as a prisoner, seeing fellow believers, some possibly known to him personally, was a visible reminder of Jehovah's care and the unity of the brotherhood. Paul recognized that such unselfish love, shown through action, is a fruit of God's Spirit, and this moved him to express gratitude and draw fresh courage. 13. How can we reflect the spirit that was shown by the brothers who met Paul? We can reflect that same spirit by willingly supporting those who serve Jehovah full-time, such as circuit overseers or missionaries. Whether by extending hospitality, working alongside them in the ministry, or simply offering warm encouragement, we imitate the Roman brothers' example of love in action. In doing so, we not only strengthen others, but we also experience the joy and blessing that come from being used by Jehovah to refresh fellow workers in the faith.